Today we're learning Pyaar Ke Pal by KK. Rest in peace to the legend KK sir, the musical maestro behind all of our favorite childhood memories. This lesson is at a level 3. If you do have any trouble with some of the concepts or ideas in this video, click on this link to give you a quick refresher to help you on your way. Now this song is actually originally for voice and for guitar. So we're going to have to try and replicate the guitar sound on our keyboard, which means we need this sort of soft strumming pattern that goes up and down, like a lilting sort of. So I'm going to help you learn and implement that sort of stuff. And you can use it in other songs as well that are for voice and guitar and see how it sounds on your keyboard. This song has the structure of mainly a verse and a chorus, and that repeats again and again. So you have the verse section twice, and then the chorus section twice, and then the small little ending part of the chorus, and then it goes back to the verse again. So today we're going to learn the verse part both times, and then the chorus part, and the final ending to that chorus. And you can repeat it as many times for as many verses there are in the song. So before we get into it, place your right hand here on this G sharp. Here's middle C for your reference. So your right hand is in the same octave, starting on this G sharp. Your left hand is 2 octaves lower on this F. Right? So this starting position is where you're going to play with middle C here as reference. Now we're going to play in the E major scale. So expect to see an F sharp, a G sharp, a C sharp, and a D sharp. And you can also expect these chords, the A major, the E major, the C sharp minor, the B major, right? So all of these chords are going to appear in this song, as well as these sharps, these black keys. All right, let's get into it. So let's start with what our left hand is doing. Wrong hand. With what our left hand is doing. So left hand is going to be playing a set of chords in this fashion, this jumping sort of lilting movement. So you start on the E with your pinky, and then you jump to the next E immediately. So you have this pattern of sort of 4 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm playing an E major chord over here, E, G sharp, and B. But I'm playing E first, then these two, G sharp and B, and then back to E. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I play that twice, and then I go into the A major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how the pattern is the same. It'll take some time to get used to that jump. Do it accurately. Then we have A. Then we go to the F sharp minor chord here. And then we go back to the E major chord. Right, so let's do that whole pattern again. We start on E, then A, then F sharp minor, back to E. And that's your whole verse section, which means you'll have to play this cycle twice. And then you can start adding in the lyrics or the melody part of this song. Now, what KK sir is singing is what we're going to be playing on our right hand. So it's going to be the melody part. It's not too complicated. We start here on this G sharp, and that starts with the E over here. Right? So here we've got that G sharp again on the 3rd beat of this E shape. So it starts with the first count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Right? So we have 3, 4, and. So with that 4, we're playing the E again, right? So 3, 4, and. That's a little bit complex. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And then we have the A with the B again. Right, so let's see what happens here. So B, A, G sharp, A. So see where my left hand and my right hand are playing together, and see where they're playing separately. So let's put these two parts together. Right, that's the first bit. Going from there, we move into the F sharp minor chord, right? We play A again with our right hand. Right, so again, that same sort of rhythmic style that we did for the E major. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go back to the E. Right, so that's again the same way that we did for the A major chord. So So 1, 2, and 3. And that's the first verse. So let's do that whole thing from start to finish. That's how it goes. Now to do the second verse, you start the same way, but you can add this little bit of this descending pattern that he does. Right? Everything else stays more or less the same. Right? So it continues the same way into that A major chord, but instead of just staying on that G sharp, we're doing 1, 2, and. Same thing. Same thing. And that's our verse. So both of these put together, it's sort of like a repeated cycle, makes up our verse. So to start the chorus, your right hand moves here to this E, which is an octave higher than the middle C now. So we were on this G sharp, now we're moving here. Our left hand keeps the same pattern, right? But we're not starting on E, we're starting on C sharp. So we're playing a C sharp minor chord here, right? So this is the chord sequence for the left hand, 1, C sharp again, and then it goes to the, I think to the B. Yep, so it goes to the B here. Then you go down to the A and back to the E. Right? So get used to these shapes in this movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now the faster you can do this, the better. Even if you play it faster than what the actual song is, because then when you play the song at actual speed, you'll find it so much easier to play these jumps and these shapes. So let's get into what the right hand's doing with that left hand now. That's where it starts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's a D sharp. So E with the first note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And with the second count. So that's 2, 3, 4. And then on the 1 of the B, you have the B with your left hand as well. So let's see how that goes. Right, so see how that works out. So 2, 3, 4, 1. So E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? The same thing happens on the B, but let's do that bit with our hands together first. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, right? So that again has 2, 3, 4, 1. This time you're playing an A major shape, which is C sharp, E, and A. So we start on E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right? So let's put that together now. We're moving from C sharp minor to B and then to A with this A. So right? So that bit is again on 2, 3, 4, right? So actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So going in from that B part, which is, right, so we're jumping to this A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on that B, you go back to E. Okay, so let's do all of that together now. So 1, sorry, that's on E, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the chorus bit. Because you play that again. So you have to play this twice as a sequence. And you go back to this part. So to play that end of the chorus, the part that ties all of it together, we're going to play our right hand on G sharp. It's the same starting that we have in the verse, right? Especially the second time you play the verse. So you play G sharp, F sharp, E. Right, so that's 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that F sharp comes between parts of your chord. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and when you go to the A, so this stays as one count, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. So let's do that again. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So let's get into putting both our hands together to play that end of the chorus bit that ties everything together. So our left hand is keeping us in time, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and, while our right hand plays. So follow that and follow the count carefully as well. So we start with 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and this is the same starting as the verse. Then we go into the A, 1, and 2, and, right? So that's a little awkward. 1, and 2, and 3, and, wrong chord here. So A and then A major, right? So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and we jump down to the B. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then we finish on the E. So that's an E major chord to finish everything off. Now if you notice, the B is a little bit different from everything else. So we've done an E major like this, then an A major like this. But to finish the B, we just do this. Right? So this is B, F sharp, B, and F sharp again. So that looks like this. Right? And that's finishing on the E. So let's get into playing now this whole song from start to finish, really slowly while counting. So I'll count to keep you in time. Try and follow exactly what I'm doing with the timing, because that's the most important thing. So I'll keep us in count, especially with our left hand. So let's start with the verse part, right? So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, and 2, and 3, and repeat this. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, and 2, and 3, and that's the verse part, right? So from this we move into the chorus part, which again starts from 1 and 2 and with the change, right? So let's go with that. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and repeat this chorus part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now let's get into that final bit, the part that ties it all together, the end of that chorus part, right? So it comes in from the 3 and 4 and ending the chorus, and we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like this video, share it with some of your friends, and hit that subscribe button as well. Also click on that notification bell to catch our latest content early. Thank you, and I'll see you at the next one at SIFF Young Artist, where we nurture the artist in you.